Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal will validate every private struggle you've endured, every hidden battle you've fought, every silent war you've survived that nobody saw, nobody knew about, nobody acknowledged. Because something profound is about to happen that will shift your life from private suffering to public blessing, from hidden warfare to visible victory, from silent battles to celebrated triumph. God is about to reward you publicly. Not privately, not quietly, not invisibly, publicly, where people can see it, where witnesses can observe it, where everyone who dismissed your pain, doubted your struggle, minimized your battle will have to acknowledge what God is doing, what heaven is manifesting, what divine justice is executing on your behalf. Your silent battles are about to receive loud rewards. Your private wars are about to generate public victories. Your hidden struggles are about to produce visible blessings. Not because you sought public recognition, not because you demanded visible acknowledgement, not because you required celebrated validation, but because God rewards publicly what was done privately, honors visibly what was fought invisibly, celebrates openly what was endured secretly. The battles nobody saw are about to produce blessings everybody will see. The wars nobody knew about are about to generate victories everybody will know about. The struggles nobody acknowledged are about to create rewards everybody will acknowledge. This is divine justice. This is heavenly fairness. This is supernatural balance where private faithfulness receives public blessing, where hidden endurance generates visible victory, where silent perseverance produces celebrated triumph. You fought battles nobody saw. You survived wars nobody knew about. You endured struggles nobody acknowledged. But God saw, heaven knew. Divine witnesses acknowledged every battle, every war, every struggle, and now that you've survived, now that you've endured, now that you've persevered through battles fought in silence, God is about to reward you in volume, in visibility, in undeniable public manifestation. Tonight you're going to understand exactly what silent battles you fought, why they were fought privately, how public reward manifests for private faithfulness. You're going to see what God rewards publicly that was done silently, what heaven honors visibly that was fought invisibly, what divine justice celebrates openly that was endured secretly. You're going to recognize that your silent battles weren't ignored, your private wars weren't forgotten, your hidden struggles weren't overlooked but were being recorded, documented, registered in heavenly courts where every tear counted, every prayer mattered, every moment of private faithfulness was being credited toward public reward, now manifesting, now arriving, now occurring. God is about to reward you publicly for silent battles. And this reward will be proportional to your battles, equivalent to your wars, matching to your struggles. The harder your private battle, the greater your public blessing. The more intense your silent war, the more substantial your visible victory. The more overwhelming your hidden struggle, the more celebrated your open triumph. Public reward is coming for silent battles. Now, this is your vindication. This is your validation. This is your moment when private faithfulness receives public honor, when hidden endurance generates visible celebration, when silent perseverance produces acknowledged triumph. Let me take you back through the silent battles you fought, the private wars you survived, the hidden struggles you endured that nobody saw, nobody knew about, nobody acknowledged, but that God saw completely, heaven knew intimately, divine witnesses acknowledged fully. First, you fought the battle of faith alone. When doubt attacked your mind, when questions assaulted your beliefs, when uncertainty overwhelmed your convictions. You fought that battle privately, silently, without announcing your struggle, without broadcasting your doubt, without publicizing your questions. In the middle of the night when you couldn't sleep, when you wrestled with whether God was real, whether heaven cared, whether divine promises were true or just religious fantasy told by desperate people seeking comfort in a harsh world, you fought that battle alone. Nobody was there. Nobody knew. Nobody saw you crying, questioning, struggling to maintain faith when circumstances contradicted promises, when reality opposed prophecies, when evidence denied what you'd been told would happen, what you believed was coming, what you trusted was yours. But you fought that battle. You wrestled through doubt. You persevered through questions. You maintained faith despite uncertainty, despite contradictions, despite evidence suggesting you were wrong to believe, foolish to trust, naive to expect divine intervention in your natural circumstances. That battle was silent, private, hidden. But God saw you fighting. Heaven knew you were struggling. Divine witnesses recorded every moment of that faith battle, every instance of choosing belief over doubt, every decision to trust despite uncertainty. Second, you fought the battle of loneliness silently. When everyone abandoned you, when friends disappeared, when family misunderstood you, when supporters withdrew, you fought that battle of isolation privately, without complaining publicly, without broadcasting your pain, without announcing your loneliness to generate sympathy, to solicit support, to demand someone acknowledge how alone you were. You suffered loneliness silently. You endured isolation privately. You survived abandonment quietly. People saw you functioning normally. They assumed you were fine. They believed you were strong. They thought you were managing well. But they didn't see the silent battle you fought every night, every morning, every moment of feeling completely alone, utterly isolated, thoroughly abandoned by everyone you thought would stay. Everyone you believed would support. Everyone you trusted would remain during difficult season, during challenging period, during overwhelming time. You fought through loneliness without demanding company. You endured isolation without requiring presence. You survived abandonment without insisting someone stay. That battle was silent, private, hidden. But God saw you fighting alone. Heaven knew you were isolated. Divine witnesses recorded every moment of that loneliness battle, every instance of choosing to continue despite abandonment, every decision to persevere despite isolation. Third, you fought the battle of pain privately, physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain. Pain that consumed you, overwhelmed you, dominated your experience, but that you didn't broadcast, didn't announce, didn't publicize because you didn't want sympathy, didn't need attention, didn't require acknowledgement. You suffered pain silently. You endured agony privately. You survived torment quietly while maintaining normal appearance, functional demeanor, composed exterior that made people think you were fine when you were breaking, made them believe you were strong when you were suffering, made them assume you were managing when you were barely surviving. Nobody knew how much you hurt. Nobody understood how deep your pain went. Nobody recognized how severely you were suffering because you fought that battle silently, endured that struggle privately, survived that torment hidden from view, concealed from observation, protected from public awareness. But God saw every moment of pain. Heaven knew every instance of suffering. Divine witnesses recorded every second of agony you endured silently, privately, without demanding acknowledgement, without requiring recognition, without insisting someone validate how much you were hurting. Fourth, you fought the battle of temptation secretly. When temptation to quit attacked you, when enticement to compromise assaulted you, when seduction to abandon your calling overwhelmed you. You fought that battle secretly without telling anyone how close you came to giving up, how strongly you were tempted to compromise, how intensely you wanted to abandon everything because burden was too heavy, because pressure was too intense, because struggle was too overwhelming. But you fought temptation. You resisted quitting. You rejected compromise. You refused abandonment of calling despite every reason to quit being legitimate. Every justification for compromise being understandable, every excuse for abandonment being acceptable. You fought that battle in secret. Nobody knew how close you came to giving up. Nobody understood how strong the temptation was. Nobody recognized how much it cost you to resist, to persist, to continue when quitting would have been easier, when compromise would have been simpler, when abandonment would have been more comfortable. God saw you fighting temptation secretly. Heaven knew you were resisting privately. Divine witnesses recorded every moment of that secret battle, every instance of choosing obedience over ease, every decision to persist over quit despite legitimate reasons to stop, understandable justifications to compromise, acceptable excuses to abandon calling that required continued faithfulness, sustained obedience, maintained commitment. Fifth, you fought the battle of provision quietly. When resources were scarce, when money was tight, when provision was limited. You fought that battle quietly without announcing your need, without broadcasting your struggle, without publicizing your lack because you didn't want to burden others, didn't need their pity, didn't require their charity. You trusted God for provision while dealing with real scarcity, actual limitation, genuine lack that threatened your survival, endangered your stability, challenged your faith in divine provision. You skipped meals so others could eat. You went without so family could have. You sacrificed your needs so others' needs could be met. That battle was fought quietly. Nobody knew how little you had. Nobody understood how scarce your resources were. Nobody recognized how limited your provision was because you fought that battle privately, trusted God silently, maintained faith quietly. Despite circumstances screaming that divine provision was myth, that heavenly supply was fantasy, that supernatural sustenance was religious delusion. But God saw every sacrifice you made quietly. Heaven knew every meal you skipped privately. Divine witnesses recorded every moment of trusting divine provision despite natural scarcity, despite physical lack, despite actual limitation that would have justified complaining, broadcasting need, demanding someone help. You trusted quietly. God recorded faithfully. Heaven documented completely. Divine witnesses registered thoroughly every moment of that silent provision battle. Now let me show you why these battles were fought silently, why they occurred privately, why they happened hidden from public view rather than being acknowledged publicly, supported visibly, recognized openly. First, silent battles develop authentic character. Public battles with public support, visible acknowledgement, open recognition don't develop character the same way silent battles fought alone develop character. When everyone's watching, when everyone's supporting, when everyone's acknowledging, you can draw strength from their watching, from their supporting, from their acknowledging. But when nobody's watching, when nobody's supporting, when nobody's acknowledging, you must draw strength from God alone, from heaven exclusively, from divine source, purely without dilution of human encouragement, without supplement of earthly support, without addition of natural acknowledgement. This develops authentic character, genuine faith, real strength that's not dependent on human witness, earthly encouragement, natural support. Silent battles develop character. Public battles cannot develop because silence forces complete dependence on God, total reliance on heaven, absolute trust in divine source. Second, silent battles prove genuine motivation. Public battles with public support can be fought partially for public recognition, partly for visible acknowledgement, somewhat for earthly reward. But silent battles fought without public knowledge, without visible acknowledgement, without earthly recognition prove your motivation is pure, your commitment is genuine. Your faithfulness is authentic, not performed for audience, not maintained for recognition, not sustained for acknowledgement, but rooted in genuine devotion to God, authentic commitment to calling, real faithfulness to divine assignment. Silent battles prove what public battles cannot prove, that you serve God even when nobody's watching, that you remain faithful even when nobody's acknowledging, that you persist even when nobody's recognizing. This proof qualifies you for public reward because God knows your motivation is genuine. Your commitment is authentic. Your faithfulness is real, not performance, but reality. Not show, but substance, not image, but essence. Third, silent battles create powerful testimony. Public battles that everyone witnesses create expected testimony. But silent battles that nobody witnessed create powerful testimony when they're finally revealed, when they're eventually exposed, when they're ultimately acknowledged, because the contrast between silent suffering and public blessing creates testimony more powerful than any testimony of publicly supported battle producing expected victory. Your testimony won't be "everyone supported me and I won." Your testimony will be "nobody supported me but God and I won." That testimony is more powerful. That testimony is more impactful. That testimony is more helpful to others fighting similar silent battles, enduring similar private wars, surviving similar hidden struggles, who need to know that victory is possible without public support, that triumph is achievable without visible acknowledgement, that breakthrough is accessible without earthly recognition. Fourth, silent battles intensify public reward. Public battles with public support receive expected public reward. But silent battles fought without public knowledge deserve intensified public reward because they were fought harder, endured longer, survived without support that makes battles easier, without acknowledgement that makes struggles lighter, without recognition that makes wars more bearable. Silent battles are harder. Therefore, silent battles deserve greater reward. And God, being just, rewards proportionally, compensates equivalently, blesses matching to difficulty endured, to isolation survived, to silence maintained while fighting, while struggling, while warring. Your public reward will be intensified because your battle was silent, your war was private, your struggle was hidden. Greater difficulty deserves greater blessing. Harder battle qualifies for bigger reward. More intense struggle positions for more substantial breakthrough. Silent battles create intensified public rewards that wouldn't be justified if battles were public, wars were supported, struggles were acknowledged. Fifth, silent battles prepare for public platform. Public platform requires private preparation. Public influence demands private development. Public ministry necessitates private maturity. Silent battles provide that private preparation, that hidden development, that secret maturity without which public platform would destroy you, public influence would corrupt you, public ministry would ruin you. Many receive public platform without private preparation and cannot sustain it. You're receiving public platform after private preparation and will sustain it because silent battles built character, developed maturity, created substance that sustains what public battles alone never could sustain. Your silent battles weren't wasted. They were preparation for public platform coming, for visible influence arriving, for celebrated ministry manifesting that requires exactly what silent battles built. Authentic character, genuine motivation, powerful testimony, qualified preparation, sustainable substance that maintains public platform without corruption. Manages visible influence without compromise, stewards celebrated ministry without destruction. Now let me show you what public reward looks like practically, specifically, tangibly, when it manifests for silent battles fought privately, endured hidden, survived secretly. First, public provision for private trust. You trusted God privately for provision during scarcity, during lack, during limitation, without broadcasting your need, without announcing your struggle, without publicizing your dependence on divine supply. Now provision comes publicly, visibly, undeniably. Money appears from unexpected sources. Resources arrive through unusual channels. Provision manifests via surprising means. But this provision isn't private anymore. It's public, visible, obvious. People see it. Witnesses observe it. Everyone who knew your struggle, who watched your scarcity, who observed your lack without helping, without supporting, without acknowledging, now sees provision flowing, resources arriving, money manifesting in ways that can only be attributed to divine intervention, to supernatural supply, to heavenly provision. They see it. They acknowledge it. They recognize it as testimony to God's faithfulness, to heaven's reliability, to divine provision that sustained you privately and now rewards you publicly. Second, public relationships for private loneliness. You endured loneliness privately, survived isolation silently, persevered through abandonment quietly, without demanding company, without requiring presence, without insisting someone stay. Now relationships come publicly, visibly, obviously. New people entering, people, your life, quality people, aligned individuals, genuine connections who celebrate you, support you, acknowledge you. But these relationships aren't forming privately, they're forming publicly, visibly, obviously. People see new connections emerging. Witnesses observe new relationships forming. Everyone who abandoned you, who isolated you, who left you alone now sees you surrounded, supported, celebrated by people who genuinely value you, authentically appreciate you, really honor you. They see it, they witness it, they observe it as testimony to how God replaces those who leave with those who stay, how heaven substitutes abandoners with supporters, how divine justice exchanges isolators with connectors. Third, public honor for private faithfulness. You maintained faithfulness privately, sustained commitment silently, continued obedience quietly without public recognition, without visible acknowledgement, without earthly reward. Now honor comes publicly, visibly, undeniably. Recognition arrives, acknowledgement manifests, celebration occurs, not privately, publicly, where people see it, where witnesses observe it, where everyone who questioned your commitment, doubted your calling, dismissed your faithfulness now must acknowledge what God is doing, what heaven is manifesting, what divine justice is executing. This honor isn't subtle, it's obvious, it's visible, it's public. People recognize your contribution, individuals acknowledge your faithfulness. Communities celebrate your commitment in ways that testify to divine faithfulness, rewarding private obedience publicly, to heavenly justice honoring hidden commitment visibly, to supernatural blessings celebrating secret faithfulness openly. Fourth, public breakthrough for private battles. You fought battles privately, warred silently, struggled hidden from view without public support, without visible acknowledgement, without earthly recognition. Now breakthrough comes publicly, visibly, undeniably. Doors open, opportunities emerge, advancement occurs. Not privately, publicly, where people see it, where witnesses observe it, where everyone who watched you struggle without helping, who observed you battle without supporting, who knew you were fighting without acknowledging, now sees breakthrough manifesting, victory arriving, triumph occurring. This breakthrough isn't gradual, it's sudden, it's dramatic, it's public. People witness doors opening. Individuals observe opportunities emerging. Communities see advancement occurring in ways that can only be attributed to divine intervention, to supernatural orchestration, to heavenly timing that rewards private battles with public breakthrough, that honors silent wars with visible victory, that celebrates hidden struggles with open triumph. Fifth, public platform for private preparation. You prepared privately, developed silently, matured hidden from view through silent battles, through private wars, through hidden struggles that built character, created substance, developed maturity. Now platform comes publicly, visibly, undeniably. Influence arrives, ministry emerges, impact occurs, not privately, publicly, where people see it, where witnesses observe it, where everyone who dismissed your potential, doubted your calling, minimized your assignment, now must acknowledge what God is doing, what heaven is manifesting, what divine purpose is executing through your public platform, through your visible influence, through your celebrated ministry. This platform isn't small. It's significant, it's substantial, it's public. People recognize your influence. Individuals observe your impact. Communities acknowledge your ministry in ways that testify to how God prepares privately before promoting publicly. How heaven develops hidden before manifesting visibly. How divine purpose matures secretly before celebrating openly. Let me tell you what happens when public reward manifests for silent battles, when visible blessing arrives for private faithfulness. When open celebration occurs for hidden endurance. First, your testimony goes public. Silent battles that nobody knew about become public testimony that everybody hears about. Private wars that were hidden become visible victories that are celebrated. Hidden struggles that were concealed become open triumphs that are acknowledged. Your story emerges. Your testimony spreads. Your witness travels. People who are fighting similar silent battles need your testimony. Individuals enduring similar private wars need your story. Believers surviving similar hidden struggles need your witness that silent battles produce public rewards, that private faithfulness generates visible blessing, that hidden endurance creates open celebration. Your testimony going public serves purpose beyond your vindication. It serves everyone fighting silently, warring privately, struggling hidden who needs hope that their battles matter. Their wars count. Their struggles are being recorded for public reward coming. Second, your enemies are silenced. Those who mocked your struggle, doubted your faithfulness, dismissed your battles while you fought them silently, are silenced when public reward manifests. They have nothing to say. No mockery left, no doubt remaining. No dismissal possible. Your public blessing silences their private criticism. Your visible victory invalidates their hidden doubt. Your open celebration proves wrong their secret dismissal. They're silenced not by your argument but by your blessing, not by your defense but by your breakthrough, not by your explanation but by your evident promotion. Public reward is answer to private criticism. Visible blessing is response to hidden doubt. Open celebration is reply to secret dismissal. They're silenced. And their silence is part of your vindication, element of your validation, aspect of your testimony that God rewards publicly what was done privately. Third, your faith is validated. You believed God would provide when nobody was watching. You trusted heaven would support when nobody was acknowledging. You maintained confidence in divine faithfulness when nobody was recognizing. Now your faith is validated publicly, confirmed visibly, proven openly. What you believed privately is manifested publicly. What you trusted silently is demonstrated loudly. What you maintained hidden is celebrated openly. This validation isn't just for you. It's for everyone watching who needs evidence that faith works, that trust pays, that confidence in God is justified not just religiously but practically, not just spiritually but tangibly, not just eternally but temporally. Your validated faith becomes testimony that encourages others to believe God privately, to trust heaven silently, to maintain confidence hidden even when nobody's watching, nobody's acknowledging, nobody's recognizing. Because public reward comes for private faith. Fourth, others are inspired. Your public reward for silent battles inspires others fighting similar battles, warring similar wars, struggling similar struggles to persist privately, to endure hidden, to continue silently despite lack of public support, despite absence of visible acknowledgement, despite shortage of earthly recognition. They see your reward, they witness your blessing, they observe your breakthrough, and they're inspired to continue their own silent battles, to persist in their own private wars, to endure their own hidden struggles. Your reward serves purpose beyond your blessing. It serves everyone battling silently who needs inspiration to continue, evidence that persistence pays, proof that endurance produces reward. Others being inspired is part of divine purpose for your public reward, element of heavenly plan for your visible blessing, aspect of supernatural design for your open celebration. Fifth, God is glorified. Public reward for private faithfulness glorifies God in ways private reward for private faithfulness never could. When reward is private, people might not know about battle, therefore might not recognize divine faithfulness. But when reward is public for battle that was private, everyone recognizes divine faithfulness, acknowledges heavenly justice, celebrates supernatural provision that sustained you privately and rewards you publicly. God being glorified is ultimate purpose of public reward, primary reason for visible blessing, main objective of open celebration. Your reward isn't primarily about you. It's primarily about God being recognized as faithful, acknowledged as just, celebrated as reliable provider who sees silent battles, knows private wars, records hidden struggles and rewards publicly, blesses visibly, celebrates openly. Now let me give you wisdom for receiving public reward, for stewarding visible blessing, for managing open celebration when it comes for silent battles, for private faithfulness, for hidden endurance. First, receive with humility. Public reward can produce pride if you're not careful. You fought battles nobody saw. You endured wars nobody acknowledged. You survived struggles nobody recognized. You could become proud about your private faithfulness, arrogant about your hidden endurance, self-righteous about your silent battles. Resist pride. Maintain humility. Remember that your ability to fight privately was empowered by divine grace. Your capacity to endure hidden was sustained by heavenly help. Your strength to survive silently was enabled by supernatural assistance. You didn't fight alone even when you felt alone. God was with you. Heaven was supporting you. Divine grace was empowering you. Receive with humility. Give glory to God. Acknowledge divine assistance. Second, share generously. Public reward positions you to help others still fighting silently, still warring privately, still struggling hidden. Share generously from your blessing. Help others from your breakthrough. Support others from your provision. Your reward isn't just for you. It flows through you to others who need what you have, who require what you received, who demand what you were given. Generous sharing multiplies reward. Withholding diminishes blessing. Share from your provision, help from your blessing, support from your breakthrough. What you give comes back multiplied. What you share returns expanded. What you offer arrives amplified. Share generously, help freely, support abundantly. Third, testify boldly. Public reward for private faithfulness creates powerful testimony. Tell your story boldly, share your battles honestly. Reveal your struggles authentically, not for attention, for testimony that helps others, that glorifies God, that validates faith for those still fighting silently, still warring privately, still struggling hidden, who need to hear that their battles matter, their wars count, their struggles produce public reward. Bold testimony serves divine purpose. Silent testimony serves no one. Tell your story, share your battle, reveal your struggle, not boastfully but humbly, not proudly but gratefully, not arrogantly but authentically. Your testimony helps others. Tell it boldly. Fourth, protect wisely. Public reward attracts people. Not all genuinely celebrate you. Some desire access to what you have. Protect wisely. Discern motivations. Guard your blessing from those who want to use you, exploit you, manipulate you. Not everyone celebrating your public reward has pure motives. Some are opportunists. Some are users. Some are manipulators. Protect your reward. Guard your blessing. Steward your breakthrough, not suspiciously but wisely, not cynically but discerningly, not fearfully but carefully. Wise protection sustains blessing. Careless access endangers reward. Protect wisely. Fifth, Prepare for more. Your public reward isn't your ceiling, it's your floor. Your visible blessing isn't your maximum, it's your minimum. Your open celebration isn't your limit, it's your baseline. God rewards publicly to position you for more, to prepare you for greater, to qualify you for higher. Don't settle at this blessing. Don't plateau at this reward. Don't stagnate at this breakthrough. Prepare for more. Expect greater. Anticipate higher. Your current reward prepares you for next reward. Your present blessing positions you for future blessing. Your existing breakthrough qualifies you for coming breakthrough. Prepare for more. Rewards multiply. Blessings compound. Breakthroughs build upon breakthroughs for those who steward well, maintain humility, continue faithfulness. So, chosen one, God is about to reward you publicly for silent battles, for faith battles fought alone, for loneliness endured privately, for pain suffered quietly, for temptation resisted secretly, for provision trusted hidden, battles nobody saw, wars nobody knew about, struggles nobody acknowledged. But God saw every battle, heaven knew every war, divine witnesses recorded every struggle. Public reward is coming. Public provision for private trust. Public relationships for private loneliness. Public honor for private faithfulness. Public breakthrough for private battles. Public platform for private preparation. All visible, all obvious, all undeniable, where people see it, where witnesses observe it, where everyone acknowledges what God is doing, what heaven is manifesting, what divine justice is executing. Your testimony goes public. Your enemies are silenced. Your faith is validated. Others are inspired. God is glorified. All because God rewards publicly what was done privately, honors visibly what was fought invisibly, celebrates openly what was endured secretly. Silent battles receive loud rewards. Private wars generate public victories. Hidden struggles produce visible blessings. Receive with humility. Share generously. Testify boldly. Protect wisely. Prepare for more. Your public reward for silent battles is beginning now, manifesting now, arriving now. The battles fought privately are being rewarded publicly. The wars survived hidden are being celebrated openly. The struggles endured silently are being acknowledged loudly. God is about to reward you publicly for silent battles. Now, this moment, this season, forever.